Order. There comes a time in every person's life when emotions feel like storms and the heart becomes restless in the face of challenges. In such moments, you feel lost because fear, doubt, and anger can cloud your mind. It is easy to give up. It is easy to get distracted. It is easy to follow impulses that lead nowhere. But greatness does not come from emotions alone. Greatness comes from trusting the plan, from holding on to discipline, from believing in the path even when it feels heavy and uncertain. When you set a vision for yourself, when you decide that you are going to reach a destination that matters, you will face obstacles. Those obstacles will test your patience. Order. They will test your faith in yourself. They will test whether you are guided by a plan or by sudden waves of emotion. If you trust only emotions, you will quit on the days when you feel tired. You will abandon your journey on the nights when fear whispers louder than your dreams. But if you trust the plan, you will keep moving forward step by step, no matter how you feel in the moment. The truth is that emotions are temporary. They rise and they fall like tides in the ocean. Sometimes they lift you up and sometimes they drag you down. If you let them decide your future, then your future will be unstable. But a plan is built with vision, strategy, and consistency. A plan is not about how you feel today, but about where you want to stand years from now. The plan is the foundation that keeps you steady when the winds of life try to knock you down. Think about the most successful athletes, leaders, and creators you admire. They did not wake up every day feeling motivated. They did not always feel confident. They did not always feel powerful. There were mornings when they felt like staying in bed. There were nights when they felt like quitting, but they trusted their plan. They trained when their bodies ached. They worked when their minds doubted. They kept their focus because they knew the plan was stronger than the emotions of a single moment. Emotions can give you energy, but energy without direction is wasted. Imagine running with full speed in the wrong direction. You may feel powerful, but you will not reach the goal. The plan is the compass. The plan is the map. It is the system that tells you where to place your energy so that every step takes you closer to success. Trusting the plan requires faith in yourself. It requires belief that you are capable of building a path that will carry you to your dreams. It requires patience because results do not appear overnight. Many people lose because they want quick victories. They want fast results. When they do not see progress instantly, they let emotions of frustration and disappointment take over. They forget that consistency is stronger than intensity. They forget that progress is built in silence day after day. Every great achievement started with a simple plan and the discipline to follow it. Your emotions may scream at you to give up, but your plan whispers that success is waiting if you just keep going. Your emotions may tell you that you are not good enough, but your plan reminds you that every day of effort builds skill, builds strength, builds confidence. Your emotions may tempt you to take shortcuts, but your plan reminds you that shortcuts lead to weak foundations, and weak foundations cannot hold great victories. In your life right now, there may be challenges that make you doubt. You may be facing financial struggles, health issues, relationship problems, or the fear of failure. Those emotions are real, and you must acknowledge them, but do not let them become your master. Respect your emotions, but do not surrender to them. Place them on the passenger seat, but never hand them the wheel. Let your plan drive your life. Imagine your dream as a mountain. The emotions you feel along the way are like the weather. Some days the sun shines and everything feels easy. Some days storms hit and you feel like turning back. If you keep walking only on sunny days, you will never reach the top. But if you trust the plan, if you keep climbing even through the storm, you will eventually stand on the summit and look back with pride. Your plan must be clear. You must define what you want, why you want it, and how you will reach it. Then you must commit to it fully. The days when you feel strong, use your emotions to fuel your progress. The days when you feel weak, lean on the plan to carry you forward. That is how champions are built. That is how lives are transformed. When you live with a plan, order, you take control of your destiny. You stop reacting to life and start creating life. You stop being a victim of mood swings and become a master of direction. You understand that feelings are temporary, but purpose is eternal. You understand that storms may come, but the map still leads to the destination. So I say to you, trust the plan, not your emotions. Trust the vision you wrote down on paper. Trust the strategy you built with your mind. Trust the discipline that guides you through the chaos, and know that if you walk with patience, persistence, and faith, no storm can stop you. Life is not about how you feel in one moment. It is about how you move through many moments with consistency and strength. Emotions come and go like shadows moving across the earth. A plan, however, stands like a mountain that does not move no matter how the winds blow. If you can understand this truth, then you can shape a destiny that others will admire. Think about a farmer planting seeds. On some days, the farmer feels hopeful. On other days, tired. On other days, worried about the weather. If the farmer only worked when emotions felt good, there would be no harvest. But the farmer trusts the plan. He wakes up every day, tends to the soil, waters the ground, and protects the crops. It is not emotion that brings him the harvest. It is discipline guided by a plan. Your life works the same way. When you allow emotions to control you, you give away your power. You let fear stop you before you begin. You let anger push you into mistakes. You let sadness steal your energy. You let excitement make you careless. But when you have a plan, you can still feel fear, anger, sadness, or excitement, and yet you move forward wisely. The plan does not erase emotions. It gives you balance, order. The world is full of people who quit because they trusted emotions. They gave up on their dreams when doubt arrived. They abandoned their journey when pain became heavy. They settled for less when impatience shouted louder than their vision. Do not be one of those people. Be among those who rise above emotion. Be among those who are guided by strategy, by structure, by vision. Every great builder starts with a blueprint. A house built without a plan collapses. A bridge built without a design falls. In the same way, a life built without a plan will break under pressure. Your plan is your blueprint. Your daily actions are the bricks. Your discipline is the cement. Without them, emotions will wash everything away like rain on weak soil. When you trust your plan, you create stability. You create clarity. You create focus. Emotions may say, this is too hard. The plan says, one step at a time. Emotions may say, you are not strong enough. The plan says, strength grows with practice. Emotions may say, quit now and you will feel better. The plan says, endure today and tomorrow will reward you. Remember this, success is rarely built on how you feel. It is built on what you do. The world rewards results, not mood. So nobody asks a champion how many days they felt motivated. People only see the trophy, the medal, the victory. Nobody asks a successful entrepreneur how many times they doubted themselves. People only see the business they built. Nobody asks an artist how many times they felt uninspired. People only see the masterpiece. Behind every victory is a person who trusted their plan more than their emotions. Your mind will always produce emotions. You cannot stop them, but you can choose how to respond. You can let them be the master, or you can let them be the messenger. Fear tells you to be careful, but the plan tells you to move forward wisely. Excitement tells you to celebrate, but the plan tells you to stay grounded. Anger tells you to fight, but the plan tells you to focus on the real target. When you listen to the plan, emotions become tools instead of traps. Discipline is the bridge between emotions and success. Discipline means doing what is necessary even when you do not feel like it. Discipline means following your schedule when laziness whispers. Discipline means saying no to distractions when temptation calls. Discipline means showing up for yourself every single day. The beautiful thing is that discipline grows stronger the more you use it. Just like a muscle, it becomes powerful with practice. The plan you create is not just about goals. It is about who you become on the journey. Every day that you follow your plan, you are building character. You are building resilience. You are proving to yourself that you are stronger than temporary feelings. That strength will carry you not only toward your dreams, but also through every storm of life. There will be people who do not understand your plan. They may laugh at you. They may doubt you. They may tell you to stop. But remember, their emotions are not your emotions. Their fears are not your fears. Their doubts are not your doubts. You do not need their approval. You need your commitment. You need your persistence. You need your own faith. Ask yourself, do you want to live a life driven by passing emotions or a life guided by a strong plan? Do you want to be tossed around by feelings like a leaf in the wind? Or do you want to be like a ship guided by a compass, sailing steadily toward the horizon? The answer will decide everything. There will be days when your emotions scream at you to stop. And in those moments, you must whisper back to yourself, I will not give up because my plan is stronger than my feelings. There will be nights when loneliness and fear try to cover you like a blanket, and you must rise and say, my purpose is greater than my pain. Every time you do this, you take one more step into the life you were meant to live. So remember again, trust the plan, not your emotions. Trust the path that you set when your vision was clear. Trust the wisdom you wrote down before fear clouded your mind. Trust the daily habits that move you closer to success. And when you arrive at the place you have dreamed of, you will look back and realize that the storms never had the power to stop you. It was always about whether you trusted the plan. There is a simple truth about success that many people ignore. Success is not an accident. Success is not luck. Success is not the result of emotions that rise and fall. Success is the result of a well-made plan followed with discipline over time. You cannot control every storm that life sends your way, but you can control your response. You can control your focus. You can control your consistency. And that is what will carry you to greatness. Think about the strongest warriors in history. They did not go to battle depending on how they felt that morning. They prepared strategies. They sharpened their weapons. They built discipline. They trusted the plan more than their emotions. If they had trusted fear, they would have never fought. If they had trusted doubt, they would have never stood on the battlefield. But because they trusted their plan, they achieved victory. Your life is your battlefield. Your dreams are your victory. Your plan is your weapon. You may have moments when you feel weak. You may have moments when you feel lost. But weakness is not the end. Being lost is not permanent. If you keep moving, the path will reveal itself. If you trust your plan, every small action becomes a step closer to clarity. Remember that emotions are like weather, but the plan is like the compass. No matter the storm, the compass always points north. The world is full of distractions. Every day something tries to pull you away from your purpose. Social media, opinions of others, fear of missing out, instant pleasures, and countless other temptations whisper at you to leave your path. If you trust emotions, you will be pulled in every direction. But if you trust the plan, you will not waste energy on distractions. You will protect your time, protect your focus, and protect your vision. When you build trust in your plan, you build trust in yourself. Confidence is not the absence of fear. It is the result of discipline. Confidence grows when you keep promises to yourself. Confidence grows when you do what you said you would do, even when emotions tell you to quit. Every time you choose the plan over your feelings, you add another brick to the wall of confidence. Eventually, that wall becomes unbreakable. It is not enough to dream. Many people dream, but few people plan. It is not enough to plan. Many people plan, but few people execute. It is not enough to execute only when it feels good. The ones who rise are the ones who execute every day with or without motivation, with or without support, with or without perfect conditions. The plan is what carries them through. Look at your own life right now. Ask yourself, what is the plan that guides me? Is it written clearly? Do I know my destination? Do I know the steps that will take me there? Or am I moving only when emotions push me? If you do not have a plan, create one. If your plan is weak, strengthen it. If you have abandoned your plan, return to it. Order. The future belongs to who trust their strategy more than their feelings. There will come a day when you will thank yourself for not quitting. There will come a day when all the discipline will show its reward. There will come a day when others will call you lucky, but you will know it was never luck. It was the plan. It was the persistence. It was the power of patience. And in that moment, you will understand why trusting the plan was always the right choice. Your life is too valuable to be controlled by moods. Your destiny is too great to be wasted on temporary emotions. You are capable of more than you think. You are stronger than your fears. You are bigger than your doubts, but only if you trust the plan. So the next time your emotions try to control you, pause and remind yourself of the plan. When fear tries to stop you, remind yourself that the plan leads beyond fear. When doubt tries to weaken you, remind yourself that the plan grows strength through action. When laziness tries to hold you down, remind yourself that the plan rewards effort, not excuses. This is how you transform yourself. This is how you rise. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is not emotion. The difference is that extraordinary people trust the plan when ordinary people quit. Order. The difference is that extraordinary people move forward when ordinary people wait for the perfect mood. The difference is that extraordinary people build their future day by day, not based on feelings, but based on faith in the plan. You may not control the storms, but you can control your sail. You may not control the emotions, but you can control your actions. You may not control how long it takes, but you can control whether you keep going. This control is your power. This control is your freedom. This control is the key to success. So today, make a promise to yourself. No matter what emotions come, I will follow my plan. No matter how hard it feels, I will trust the process. No matter how long it takes, I will not stop. Say it again and again until it becomes part of your identity. Because once you live this truth, nothing can defeat you. The storms will pass, the emotions will fade, but the results of your plan will remain forever. The victory will be yours. The legacy will be yours. The life you dreamed of will be yours. All because you trusted the plan, not your emotions.